Good grief, we're up on Twitch already. That was quick. I've literally just pressed the button. Whereas good old YouTube still sending data. Oh no, we're on. Right, fine, excellent. Hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgetz channel with me, Ian, otherwise known as Ven. And this week's live stream of Project Zomboid at 1 o'clock GMT. Well, at 5 to 1. I'm actually early for a change. This morning I've been out and had the breakfast of champions, which is a nice Americano coffee and a slice of carrot cake. So I'm doing really well. But I've got my usual. I've got a Red Bull. And this week I'm back to the old favourites. No fancy crisps this week. I've actually got the salt and vinegar 12s from Morrison's. One of my favourites. I also like the chipsticks that you get as well, which are sort of like maize sticks. I've got some Seabrooks versions of those, and they're really quite nice. Hokey cokey. Let's get in on the action and see where we is at. Okay, I have actually been out and about in the game a bit. That was last week, but between then and now, I believe Joe has been online, and you'll see what I mean when we get in, because I spawned in, and as you'll see in a minute. This is how you die. This is how you usually die. It's like being bitten by a zombie and then being zombified. So assuming you can see that. Oh look! Speak of the devil. Joe's here. He's not joined on the live channel though. He's not in chat. So yeah. Can you flip the thingy as well? Right. So Joe's been busy building all of these crates. And all the rest of it. Ah, here he is, Joe.
Hey.
And Super. Right, so as usual, Joe's done his job of organising things.
Yep, the holidays are over for you now.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. I've not been keeping a tidy base. So Joe's actually been pretty busy around here building all the crates. He's also knocked down the dividing wall because I built the fence over here across the front. We no longer needed this fence which went down the back here, so we've now got this area opened up, and he's cut down all of the trees as well, so we've got lots of and lots of traps as well. He has been very busy.
No.
Have you actually had time to sleep, mate? Because
2
where
hours
did that come
or 3
from?
hours
That wasn't there when I last logged in. This little hut and a Jenny.
Yeah, it's for the popsicle freezer.
Right, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Hey, if we die in the apocalypse, we do it with style, huh?
Yeah, quite right. And then this wall of crates as well. So yeah, Joe's been very busy this week. It's good to have you back, mate, really is. Oh, let's crack open the cannonball. So, welcome back, Joe.
Oh, thanks for the kind words. But
I'm in trouble.
Yep, your cars. You don't even have a big bull bar at the cars.
No.
So we have to collect metal parts, metal sheets, metal pipes or tubes. What is it called? To get your cars prepared.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been using my Hummer. It's been in the garage, okay?
Yep, and it has a rooftop now. It has a new windscreen.
I was getting around on that this week, but well, hey, it's been done. That's cool. Thank you. You're just not safe if you get in the back. Because that one doesn't have a window. Driver's side does, but it looks very smart, Joe. Good job. Roof rack. Wouldn't surprise me if it's in much better condition than when I last saw it and all. So yeah, it's missing the rear left window, which is the one by the drivers.
You have to get a side window from heavy duty.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a pickup of some sort, and one of the commercials.
Yeah. it's easy to find, or hear of the black car or something if you want.
Yeah.
The problem is where to get those metal parts. We have the big crossing here between the hospital and the graveyard at the beginning of Louisville.
Okay, well, that's something
There-
we could actually do this week because we've got an annotated map saying that there's something buried in the graveyard.
Yeah, but I crossed it to get here, especially at the graveyard. Tons of zombies.
Awesome,
Huh?
let's go die.
Shit, I just came on.
Ah,
That would be typical, yeah? I just reached level 10 in each skill, so yeah, let's die.
let's all go die. That's just it. Well, we've got... did you destroy the police cars?
No, they are outside.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, because then, we could probably do a burning.
But they are not running.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Well, we'll scratch that idea then.
I cleaned them completely from the things which were on the trunk. And of course, I used the engine parts and battery and
Yeah,
everything.
fair enough. They were pretty much wrecked, so that's fine. We'll just see if we can find some sort of replacement for them.
The next station we could possibly go is the behind the military checkpoint. There are many wrecks to destroy too,
Yeah.
and it's less traffic. And on the way we could possibly loot the checkpoint itself for the ammo. I
Yeah.
placed already a very big garbage bin there to delete all the stuff we don't need. But up to you. We have so many things. The 2 apartment buildings here, 2 kilometers away.
Okay.
They're still uncleaned and could be a problem later.
Yeah. I think that's something that we can take a look at. I mean, we've got access to the petrol station near the hospital has a generator. The petrol station at the end, further up towards the
At the
distillery.
hospital.
Yeah. I literally
Wow.
walked in, put it down, and drove away, and there was
Okay.
nothing. That was a
Yeah,
week or so ago. Wait till we go back
Yeah.
there. It'll be like absolutely barking mad over there. But up by the distillery, that one petrol station's got Jenny as well. So
Yeah,
we've
it's
got
favorite.
petrol.
Yeah. The hospital is usually very full.
Yeah, that is true. But for emergencies,
Yeah, of course. I'm drinking, by the way, Darjeeling tea. Very healthy.
Yeah, whereas I
Not
went and
like
had
the
the
red-
breakfast of champions this morning.
Okay.
Just let me. I did put it on. So if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. There's also links in the description below to join our Discord if you so feel. I post stuff on there. And obviously, Super Tony's into his 3D printing and his cosplay, so he posts stuff on there about that if that's of interest to you. But this morning, if I can actually work my phone, which seems to be a problem for me, I actually, if I don't know if I can, you can actually see that, but that was what I had for breakfast this morning: coffee and carrot cake. So yeah, that was my breakfast of champions. And that's what I posted on Discord this morning. Well, before I got online, because I've only been home about 20 minutes. Right. Okay. So, as Joe is back on the server, I feel that today's extravaganza is Joe's choice. What are you feeling like, Joe?
Sorry?
What do you feel like? What do you fancy tackling?
I don't know. What do you mean? I don't understand the question at all.
Okay. Right, so out of the list of things that we need to do, which one of those do you feel like we should be doing today?
Okay, for you both, important is the metal
Okay.
things to get,
Okay, then
because
perhaps a
to prepare the cars.
perhaps a trip down the road. We go down towards the hospital, take the first junction, and then
Yeah.
start looting the housing there, the garages down there. Maybe we should find some metal parts down there. That's a thing. That's doable.
In the private houses.
Uh,
I thought the fastest way is to dismantle some wrecks, car wrecks.
okay. Oh, well, we'll go down towards the hospital then. Let's grab a propane tank.
I got one on my car. Half full.
Okay, because we will be dismantling. I'll put one in the back of my truck, because I'll use the truck until we get the Hummer up and running.
Okay.
Let's make sure I've got some food with me, because as usual I walk out the door with nothing to eat. Let's grab a can of beef. Right, so quick explanation about the cans. Cans, round cans, like so the beans, the carrots, the chilli, the corn. They're the round cans. For those you need a can opener. So having a can opener in one of your sort of fanny packs or in your backpack, you'll be able to open them. Whereas the can of corned beef, the sardines and the tuna, they're a ring pull system. You don't need anything to open them. So they're pretty good to find if you're starting off and you haven't found a can opener yet. Alternatively, we're using a mod called Common Sense, which allows you to open cans. So if I go to open, it gives you the option to open with a can opener, a fork, a hunting knife, kitchen knife, a machete, a screwdriver, a spoon, or a stone knife. So you can open them in different ways, and that's what the Common Sense mod does. It gives you common sense solution to things like this that you would do normally. So I don't have a can opener. What else can I use to open it with? It's like the doors and cars. If you find a locked car or a locked door, you can pry them open with a crowbar. Another common sense thing to do. So also, different foods will give your character different happiness levels. So canned fruit like pineapple and peaches and fruit cocktail. So there's a fruit cocktail, pineapple, and there's peaches there. So they'll always give you a happiness bonus and keep your character happy. And then, of course, you've got the sort of snack type foods like crisps and things like that, which Joe's hidden because they were in that cupboard just there. I bet they're over here in the crates now, aren't they, Joe?
Take the crates.
Yeah, so, okay, so Chubby Mule on the chat. Thank you very much for joining again. Good to see you. Yep, here we go. Here's all of the sort of like quagga cakes, the plonkies and that sort of thing. So grab a couple of those just to keep me going.
I thought that with chips and chocolate, easy to eat those things.
Yeah.
And then the real junk food is in another crate. And there's one crate with the cooking ingredients.
Yeah. I see. Take a dehydrated meat stick as well. They're always pretty good. Right, because I know 5 minutes down the road, the next thing that's going to happen is my character's going to be hungry again. Because that's what my character's like. Chips. 31 bags of chips. I think I've had a couple of those. In the UK, they're known as crisps. Obviously, I think they're known as crisps everywhere else as well, apart from America. Right, so it's 3 o'clock. Let's go.
Now in German, it's chips.
Yeah, it's the same in England.
Crisps. Chips in
it's chips
German.
over in Germany as well. Okay.
Yep. For example, with the French fries, that are chips for you, and that is pommes frites for the Germans.
Yeah, pommes frites. Yeah, I remember because in Belgium they're called, which is French speaking.
Yeah, I guess that's the origin there. Pommes frites.
Yeah.
France, Belgium, Netherlands.
That's the first time when over in Belgium when I actually had mayonnaise on chips. And they had so many different varieties of mayonnaise as well. It was unbelievable. I never had it before. Never really liked mayonnaise, and now it's all I want on my chips. It's just weird, isn't it? It's like, yeah, gone are the days of tomato sauce.
And to make a good mayonnaise is no problem to do it by yourself.
I have made mayonnaise. Yes, it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I followed a recipe online, and usually with mayonnaise. Oh, and just to say, Chubby Mills on the chat, he's saying it's good to hear you on the stream, Joe.
Oh, hi.
So yeah, I followed a recipe online, and usually with making mayonnaise, they say to just use the egg white, I think, or the egg yolk, either one.
Yeah.
But this recipe said just use the whole egg, and it's easier to keep the ingredients and get it to thicken up and combine the oil into it. And that's what I did, and it was great mayonnaise. Now it uses white wine vinegar, a bit of this, some lemon if you want. Yeah.
Can vary things, yeah.
Yeah, you can add in garlic, chili, whatever you want, then can't you?
With garlic is so hard. Oopsie.
Way up, steady on, there's a few.
We killed him.
Killed him. Extreme nastiness. They're all going for you, so I'll take this one.
Oh yeah, they are. Ooh. Okay. I rethink the whole situation.
Yeah, so I might. Need to sort of get them in a line, get them congering, because they're all bunched up at the minute. The other thing is I have not found a single katana.
Yeah, I noticed, yeah. Yeah, it's a rare item.
Yeah, certainly is. Now, we are having some problems.
Where are you?
With our Wi-Fi here.
Okay.
Thankfully, I'm actually hardwired in. But I've had to buy a new modem router, which won't be here for a couple of weeks. Right, do you want to dismantle this car, get parts off of it? Excuse me. That was coffee, not Red Bull. Oh, Joe, someone's already had the parts off of it by the looks of it.
No. This
Someone
car
has.
not. No.
This one has. This one's zero condition.
Yep, must be Tone.
Yeah.
I have been at the horse racetrack. The first cars are not running well now.
Yeah, it's known as a thing. Yeah, so I've also got a later date today, when we've finished here, is I need to see if I can find our old modem router and link it via the WAN connection and see if I can actually get our old Wi-Fi going again. Right, that one was really confused what he was doing. He was definitely trying to go for me and you at the same time. Gonna peek behind the tree.
That looks good.
Yep. To the cars. To the Red Bull. Ah, Red Bull gives you zombie slaying wings. That's what it does. Not that I'm trying to advertise at all. Hey, you buggers. There's a lot of them, Joe. Be careful wading in, because there's some in the trees behind where I've just pulled back to. Hey, ho 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 ho!
Oh, my weapon! Oh shit! My weapon broke.
Okay, well, there's a load just behind me, so don't hang about, Joe.
Yeah. Pulling back.
Pulling back a lot. Is it time to panic yet, Joe?
Wow, double luck. No, triple luck. Something.
I would run.
You see, I lost my helmet already.
Yeah, I see it. And they're all going for Joe. Despite the fact that I'm shouting.
Go back.
No. I can hold it. I can make it. I can make it.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Where's my helmet?
It's on the floor somewhere. It's like, at least they only took your helmet. For God's sakes, did they bite you at all? I've got a beret. I found a beret. That's not a helmet.
Nope.
Oh, there's something on the floor over here. That's a baseball cap. Oh, it's here. I found it. Bandana face and military helmet.
Ah, there. Oh, far away.
Yeah, it's quite there. They're just there, mate. I'll take care of these.
Thanks. Checking. No, I am okay. No scratch.
Red Shetty.
I have to check the bodies. I saw something. I'm not sure what it was. By the way, the base in West Point. Nice job.
Oh, thank
Really,
you.
that saved my life. You really.
I don't like this because they're coming at from me from different angles. That usually gets me killed because one comes from the outside and starts to bite me on the neck, generally. So it's best to try and fight in a direction and keep them in a line. Jesus Christ. And what a great start to the stream. It's an absolute massacre already. Are they playing hooky round my car? Yep. Oh. I say, madam, the car is not for sale. I mean, Christ. What was that? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was 2 times population.
Yeah. That could be it till the big crossing.
Oh, we're not too far away from it.
Yeah.
Just gonna get in the car and
A few. I see a few.
gonna put me lights
I
on.
switched my car off.
No, I use mine as a magnet. That way, if any stragglers sort of like gather around my car instead of me.
Oh, there's quite a few still around. I was wrong.
And of course it's dark, and I'm fighting. It can be any more difficult if unless I was wearing sunglasses. And so and glasses are going to become into it in build 42 as well, because I've seen demonstrations of what they refer to as the Velma. So if you're a big fan or you watched Scooby-Doo, when Velma lost her glasses, she wasn't able to see, and that's kind of the effect. The screen will blur because you're not wearing your glasses if you pick the short-sighted trait. So there will be consequences. So zombies will go for your glasses and try and take them. Or if they knock them off, visibility will not be entirely your thing. Okay, so here we are.
Why are we here when it is night?
Because we're cool. We're really interesting guys. With lessons for the general public on how not to play Project Zomboid.
Yeah.
So usually at night you would stay at home and read books. But that's
something, yeah.
Yeah, or do something else other than what we're doing. But frequent watchers of this stream will know that I generally don't play by those rules. Right, so we should be able to dismantle the car wreck. Because I've got the glove and I've got the face mask for the welder's mask. What I can do is I can actually take apart a car wreck, and a car wreck is one of these grey vehicles here. Usually you can take a car to pieces enough to get it into this pieces. If you take all of the parts off of it.
What is your level of metalwork?
My level of metalworking is 4.
Then leave it, please.
Okay, well, look, I've just demonstrated one, okay?
Okay.
So, you can see I'm now wearing, I've got a propane torch and I've got a welder's mask. Obviously, the propane torch is now empty because it absolutely empties it, and we can actually refill that from the propane tank that we've got in the back of the car. So, I open up the car. Did I put it in the back of the car? I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I just put it on the floor. Which would be typical.
So it's still in the base?
It's still in the base, yeah.
On my car.
Where's your car? It was just over here, wasn't it?
Just a little bit up the road. On the rooftop.
Right, so hopefully. Right, so there's the propane tank. And we refill the propane torch. And then we can go and do another one. But as Joe says, he's got better skills.
I got more resources of it.
Yeah, so we're going to
Joe,
leave that to
what are
Joe.
you doing? What kind of trouble are you causing now?
He's almost got me
Everything.
killed several times already.
Everything, Toman, everything.
Figures, huh?
Yeah.
Tip.
We have just had an
He's been
epic
killed.
battle.
We had, yeah.
We're not dead. We're not dead. We haven't died. It was close several times. And I forgot to fill my bottle up, but I do have spares. So, keeping a water bottle in your main inventory, like this, and this is actually one of the bleach bottles which I've emptied previously, because the bleach bottles, once you pour them on the ground or you use them and you empty them, they just become a bottle. You fill them with water. They hold double the amount of the other types of bottles that you find lying about, like the soda bottles and the water bottles. So, what will happen is this will keep your character hydrated as you're playing. You don't have to do anything, they'll just take a sip from it, and it keeps them refreshed with water until it runs out, and then you just replace it or you fill it up. or you can just.
So are
keep
you
filling it
saying
up.
Joe actually has more deaths than me at this playthrough?
He hasn't died yet?
Oh, he hasn't?
Nope.
No,
Not yet.
I'm still holding the record at 5 on this playthrough.
But I have been very close 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he lost his helmet and his bandana.
Yep, it was very close.
Yeah.
See how
Can
you
you-
are, Joe? You're just gonna make make me actually look good this time, huh?
I always do.
Right.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take much. I mean,
Yeah,
same for me.
Joe does outshine us all, let's face it. Oh, bloody hell, you got an awful lot out of that one car. Yeah, this is the difference between having a good metal working skill and a not great. Because what level is yours, Joe?
And
So Joe's is max, so he's getting more metal work out of the dismantling these cars than I did. I got a few metal sheets and a few pipes, whereas Joe's getting loads.
yep, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, so it's worth investing the
figure
time.
Joe's had a lot of time to do this too, because he didn't have
Yes.
us to.
Hinder him.
Tom, and it's only
To
a
bug him.
time thing. That's the
Only a time
thing.
thing, as yeah. But then you keep getting kicked off, and then you gotta
Yep.
get back on.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Okay, so we actually use mods called Book Collection and Book Learner. So what this is Book Collector or Book Collection orders books into a way of it saying like level 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so dummies, intermediate, advanced, master, that kind of thing. And reading books, which is the book learner part of it, instead of having to actually do things to actually level up your skills, you just read the book, and it gives you the experience from reading the book. Alright, go on then, Bella, out you go then. Okay, right, so someone's obviously put the barriers over my door, not realising that Bella's in it. So I opened the door for her, and she just like boom, straight into it, knocked him over, and it was right, okay. Just trod all over him. Oh, she's an absolute marvel, that dog. She really is. Right, I know. Let's see, 21 piles of metal scrap. What can you use metal scrap for?
Nothing.
Well, if you have the right mods and stuff, you can actually use it for like building gates and.
Yep. But
Well,
not
In
vanilla.
build 42, can you not use this to make other things? Smelt it down? Because they're introducing
I believe
that.
if every.
Yeah, go Super.
I believe that is going to be possible in build 42. So, like, say you can actually make nails and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which probably means, because isn't it a case of the apocalypse is starting like later or something? I don't know. Or maybe I'm thinking of something completely different they're doing. Who knows?
I'm sure you could actually set it up that way.
Yeah, I'm sure there's mods that can already make you do that.
Joe, the thing is, I'd like to see you do that 32-story building.
Story building.
There is going to be a 32-story apartment building.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what they've done. Okay, so part of this story, once I've done this, I'll get in the go. But part of what Super's talking about is originally when they built Project Zomboid, and as we're playing now, the ground is flat. Yeah, and it still is in the game, but you can't go down. The ground is as low as you can go. and there's only so far you can go up with the buildings. With the changes to the code, they're now able to go down, so we're getting basements, and there is a military underground bunker that's been showcased, and the building that Super's talking about, which is 32 stories high. So they've been working on that, really, which is going to add, and if you excuse the phrase, a whole new depth to the game. And that isn't an intended pun, it's just a pun that came through. So
my guess is I would like to actually see when they do this. Can you imagine the actual amount of people that are going to do challenges with this?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I can see it now. See how much long you can survive in a 32-story building.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, one of the things is Andrew Brown, thank you for getting on the chat and making some comments. Yeah, you're quite right. I'm looking forward to Build 42 just as much as anyone else. I'm really looking forward to some of the new elements that are coming in. It's really going to change Project Zomboid a lot. And then I think beyond that, because Build 42 is introducing the NPC animals, this is the starter or the precursor to bringing in NPC players, which we've seen showcased. If you join the Discord, I've actually posted videos of their tech demos of having cars just driving around, and how they talk about how they're going to do, or how they've done the NPC setup for when this comes along. The idea being that characters will have like a whole backstory, and that'll all be generated as part of the game, and then you'll come across them fighting across the map trying to get home, or you may come across groups of survivors that have come together, that kind of thing. The whole thing is looking really good. It's certainly making a step in the right, and they have always improved Project Zomboid with every big release that they've done, because beyond the whole crafting mechanics and that's been changed, you've also got updates to the fishing mechanic, so you're no longer just having to stand there and fish. You're actually having to look for splashes in the water, so you know that there's fish there. And then it sort of becomes a mini game where you've got like a tension, so it's like a little dial thing. Again, this is all being showcased. It's all looking very good. Absolutely magnificent what it's looking like. So plus there's hunting. The NPC animals, they'll be sort of like the incidental animals like rats and things like that scurrying around. So that'll probably a case of trapping may change. You may have to only find that you get rodent meat from rats and things like that if you place it in an area where their rats are more likely to be, like around supermarket rubbish bins, things like that. Who knows? But then they've got deer, they've got sheep and cows and pigs have been showcased. Whether they're coming in Build 42, I don't know. It's an expectation because you've got that whole sort of like husbandry and things like that come with looking after animals and feeding them and keeping them watered, that kind of thing. So that brings a whole new sort of side of that game, because you can corral them and look after them. Well, absolutely, Andrew. I completely agree. I hope they have made advances as well. Is it snowing in game? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
They've also made advances with the layering technology, which has apparently improved performance, of what they're saying. So hopefully, yeah, it will still run really well and be able to run better on lower end PCs. So at least that's their expectation, I think. Because if you've seen videos before, I've actually talked about this before. Some of my live sessions when I was doing the West Point base, I panelled up some of the windows and built stairs in front of the windows, but you can still see the boards poking through the stairs, and that's part of the problem with the lowering system. So they've made improvements in there, and as you say, they've made improvements to the lighting system as well. It's all, as I said, a big release. Every build increment is a big release. I mean, they introduced as Build 41, all the multiplayer stuff. That was at least 2 Christmases ago, and it's almost sort of like, we're into the second quarter, we're almost getting to the end of the second quarter, but we don't know when Build 42 is going to be released. Now, if you watch other videos for Project Zomboid, Mr. Atomic Duck said it was due in the first 2 quarters. How right that is, I don't know. I really hope it is a case of it's not too far away. But it's going to be a big improvement, I think. Right, okay, so where are we in game? I think I've waffled enough. Because
How much
we are-
stuff do you have?
let me have a look in the boot of my vehicle, because I've not been picking up adamantly. I have 19 big metal sheets, 29 small metal sheets, 17 metal bars, 31 metal pipes. I did pick up some scrap metal. Yeah, metal pipes 31.
Okay. Yeah, that should be enough.
I picked up 18 scrap metal.
Where?
Can I just ditch that?
It's nothing worse.
I'll bung it on the floor. There we go. So if we pick up other...
Here is a truck, a Nox. That heavy duty car there.
Oh, this one or the van?
The van.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that was actually running. I don't know whether it's...
It doesn't matter. Get the
windshield.
Windshield, the side windows too.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's worth till 80% or something, because if you make a window for the M998 out of it, it gets a little bit repaired too.
Okay. Trojan. Welcome to the channel and for getting on chat. Much appreciated.
My question is where you guys are at.
We're at the crossroads near the hospital.
Oh, you're over past the military checkpoint?
Nope. In front of it.
Yeah.
From our direction.
The one where there's like loads of scraps.
Okay.
But
I'm coming back.
Yeah, I know where you're at.
Yeah, we're just coming.
You have all the windows?
Yeah, I've got the windshield, the rear windshield, and I've got the side ones. Apart from that one, did I not take that one? I thought I picked up all the ones that said window. Yeah, okay, so it is an unforgiving game, Trojan. That is very true. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can be very frustrating.
Yes.
I died once because of my new antivirus system from Norton.
Yeah, Norton sucks.
So they do advertisement with pop-ups.
Oh.
And I was in the middle of a fight in Muldrow with double population, and then they came up with a message, hey, you have 9 more days, and in the background I was screaming.
No, you've got 9 more seconds to live, mate. That's what that was.
Yeah,
okay,
9 milliseconds.
So Trojan's asking what skills I have. Okay, so let's just go here. And so the traits that I picked were quite varied. So I got slow learner because we don't need that, because we've got mods to mitigate that. Hard of hearing, weak stomach because we're not eating rotten food. We've got a good supply of food. Short-sighted, and then I took speed demon because it's only a point. Cat's eyes, a fast reader so I can read books faster. Outdoorsman.
Reader.
I did outdoorsman. Now, outdoorsman protects you from getting colds and getting scratched from bushes. So if you get wet and damp, it doesn't matter. It takes no effect. So I always take that because I'm always in getting wet and getting cold and that sort of thing. So I don't get a cold, don't attract protection. Graceful, inconspicuous, thick-skinned, and underweight.
All right, we're Super Tone Man took slow healer, very underweight, cat's eyes, outdoorsman, brave, runner, amateur mechanic, weak stomach, conspicuous, because either way the zombies are going to see you, even if you take inconspicuous at times.
Yeah, that is true.
And slow learner, since we have on this playthrough, we have as Ven mentioned, we have the book learner, so we don't need to worry about the fast learning.
But with
And I took
very
burglar.
low weight.
Yeah, we're all wafer thins in game, just not in life. But yeah, so when you're starting out with Project Zomboid, it is a very, very unforgiving game for new players.
Merle!
You always, one of the comments that
How are
we
you
always
doing today,
tend to
Merle?
get is that somebody's played it for a couple of times. They haven't survived very long because the zombies have got them, surrounded them, and all the rest of it. Because they don't know how to sort of like get around all that thing, and then they give up on the game because they haven't done particularly well at it. And
I see you actually catch me on a stream, Merle.
It actually loses a lot of new players that way because of it. Because it is a lot more hardcore than you expect. And you're not the only person that has said on my channel that they've played it a couple of times and it's not gone particularly well and they just gave up on it. And it's the same story for me. No, it was the same for me.
I got the book kick, so I'm gonna. But Merle, I am talking with my usual compadres on Sundays. I got Joe Lemmy. I'm live streaming, by the way, Joe. So if you want to say hi. And then I got Ven.
As always.
Which, as always, Joe's kind of shy with my chat, I'm guessing.
Yes, being surrounded by zombies, it is how the game mechanics work, really, and it's like being able to survive. I mean, one of the things that I always say when you get someone like yourself, Trojan, who's started the game and they've had problems getting started, is create yourself a custom game, make it as easy as possible for you. Bump up the amount of loot. You can make your players stronger, the zombies weaker. So that you can play a single player game and get used to the mechanics. Check out some of the videos. There are plenty of tutorials out there. One of the things that I will tell you now, if you want to get back into the game, is if you're looking for bandages and things like that, you can just rip up clothing with a kitchen knife or a hunting knife or a bread knife or a pair of scissors. Create yourself some ripped bandages, and you can then sterilise them in boiled water. If you've still got electricity, you get electricity and water for the first week in game, but you can then set that so it never turns off, or it turns off like months down the line. So it gives you plenty of time to get yourself set up with a base and that kind of thing. Yeah, or you get online with some experienced players and that kind of thing. I always say, if you join Discord, you can get on this server and play on this server. The details for getting on the server are on a pinned comment on the Project Zomboid channel in our Discord. But join our Discord, and if you want to get back into it, we've got safe spaces in Rosewood, West Point, Muldra, and Louisville. We've not been to Riverside, so don't start there. But yeah. But you've got to remember, this is more hardcore than your usual starter. There's double the population. And as I said, there are about 10 mods that we've got on the game, on our server, so by all means, feel free to jump on if you so desire. If not, then, like I say, start a custom game. So let me just quit out here. And I'll just do this as a quick overview for Trojan.
Tone Man.
So just
Yes.
let me mute the others.
When is the best?
So if you start a solo game, you can do a custom sandbox up here on the top left, and then it gives you the option to start. Always start in Rosewood. Rosewood's the easiest place to start. And then here you've got the options to change the amount of population. So you can lower the zombie count. You can say that they're urban focused, so you get less in the countryside. You can turn off the sadistic iOS stuff, so none of the meta events. The sleeping event is turned off. Everybody hated that. So, and then you generators and all the all the different loot rarities, the character, you can increase the XP multipliers, their stats, all of that kind of thing. And then you can change the advanced zombie options to say the multipliers, how many of them grouped together, the rally size, you can drop that down to 5, follow distance, sound distance, drop that down to 10. You can make life really easy for yourself, so you can learn the game mechanics, so that you can actually sort of understand when things get a bit more difficult and complicated, that you're going to survive. Because once you understand what's going on and how to find what you're looking for, what you need, and what you really need to loot to get yourself started off, then it's a lot easier for you. And even in, much further down the line, remember I've been live streaming for 2 years in this game, so I'll get caught out loads of times. It's just a fact of nature. So in this particular playthrough of this server, I've died 5 times. Yay! It doesn't matter. Just start a new character, bring back in, find your old body, get your old gear back, loot some new gear, job done. But that's the best thing to do if you're starting off. And like I say, check out some of the online tutorials. There's full of good ideas and things like that you can do that you don't normally know when you start the game, like ripping clothes up to get bandages, how to clean bandages, how to sterilise bandages with bourbon, disinfectant, or boiling them in water. You don't know how to get electricity up and running. You need to find a generator. You need to find the magazine, how to how to use generators so you can connect them to a house. Water supplies. I'll show you that. Let me just get back into the game and show you around our base, and I'll show you how we've got water running, even though the water ran out months ago, and there's none coming out of the taps anymore. And I can fill up my water bottle that I just swapped over, because I always try and run my live sessions as a tutorial session as well if I can. So yeah. Okay, back with Joe and Super. I'm just going to sort of so I was just explaining things for Trojan's benefit and for other people on the stream who are on my chat who haven't particularly played this game but haven't actually got very far in it, because it's not a forgiving game, let's face it. So these sinks, they have water in them, and I can fill up my water bottle, I can drink out of them, the water is clean. So let's fill the empty water bottle as well. And the reason I can do that is because when it rains, we've got these barrels up here. Let me climb up the rope.
So did you guys loot the military checkpoint for the gun? Any new ammo?
No, we've not been down there. So you see these barrels are catching water, and if you check out the water in here, it actually says in red writing it's tainted, but it's above the sink on the next level and sort of like 1 square away, so it's up and sort of like up above here, and with a pipe wrench you can plumb it into the sinks below, and the water is magically cleaned into drinking water. And that's one of the things that you don't get taught in Project Zomboid. So I actually did the same on this side, because there's taps here, and I did the same on this side. There's a couple of barrels up here you might be able to see, which do the same thing, and because there's taps up the other side. I'm just going to show you those, so you can see the barrel there. So whoops, let's actually hit the stairs. So I think if I can just dive out this window here, or I can fall through and break my legs. did that before as well, didn't I? So let's check out my health. I'm just severely damaged. I haven't broken anything. Again, I think that's turned off. So,
Hey, Van.
yes?
Joe was complaining about the display bars
Oh,
that
yeah.
he loves so much.
Yeah, because we turned them off because Joe wasn't playing. Oh, I've done it again. Look at that. Critical damage.
That's what I told him. I said, I told him it was because he wasn't here.
Yeah, because he wasn't here playing, we turned them off. Didn't install them. Well, I'm not going to do that again because that's going to get me killed because I've fallen off of a second-story building twice. Accidentally. But we've got barrels on the top
And I told him
floor.
that's what he gets for taking so long of a personal vacation.
Yeah, it took a long sabbatical. But again, with these ones, there's barrels up above them. So they're on the outside catching water. Again, the water from the rain is tainted. But when you plumb it into the sink using a pipe wrench, it comes out clean. So we've got clean drinking water from there. So I obviously turned off
Joe's
falling
quiet.
damage.
He's
He's gone.
No, I'm
oh,
here.
no, he is. He's still there.
I'm trying to tell you the whole time. Toneman, come here, get your butt here and build up 1 or 2 big bull bars for the Humvees.
Yeah, sorry,
Because
I'm
we have
explaining.
the parts
things.
well. I left the area for now.
Yeah, with which
As
is
usual, we're working
excuse.
well as a team.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't.
What?
I couldn't hear you. You're. I see you guys did a heck of a job down here cleaning up, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm actually seeing some stragglers hanging around.
yeah. Yeah, well, we cleaned up what showed up, really. Alright, so I'm just going to show you this. So I've just opened a can of peaches, and this goes back to what I was explaining earlier. If you hold your mouse over it and you look at it, it says it gives you a -15 hunger, so it reduces your hunger. But it also has a -10 happiness, which makes you happier. It's green. It's in the other direction. Whereas other food, it just fulfills hunger and thirst. If you drink soup, if you have a soup, that does hunger and thirst. Other cans just do hunger. But things like peaches, fruit cocktails, and pears, that'll actually give you a happiness bonus as well. The same thing with if you use the foraging mechanic, which was introduced with build 41, and you find berries and mushrooms and things. If you've got a bowl and you've got a knife, you can create a salad. You can add in salt and you can add in pepper and other condiments, and that creates you a happy meal. Creating any kind of meal will also increase happiness if you add condiments and things like that. So cooking is your friend, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I've always said. Cooking is your path to happiness. So yeah,
And to keep weight.
and to keep your
weight.
Yeah, keep your weight up as well. Right, so one of the other things...
Well, the refugee camp seems to have some new friends in that.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. So another thing that isn't vanilla are these crates. These are part of one of the other mods we've got on called More Builds, which allows you to build different types of containers and crates and things like that. And you can see the water barrels that I was talking about on the level up, which I fell off. So those are feeding those other two taps there. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you can take off infection per se, but you can reduce the transferability in some of those options that I was demonstrating earlier. As I said, if you're new to Project Zomboid, don't dive in apocalypse mode. Create yourself a sandbox and make life easier for yourself. Make the population low, turn off bone damage and crash damage and all that sort of thing. Make your character strong, the zombies weak, so that you can sort of like go and loot and work things out, how the game works. Check out some videos and then dive in, or you can just join us on the server. You won't be talking,
I'm gonna.
but you know you can get on the server and play. Sorry, Super. Go for it.
And by the way, Merle, if you're still here, when I always talk about the carnage that I cause with the shotgun, you're gonna see it firsthand.
And I've just been run over. PvP's turned off.
Oops.
Is that you in that, Joe?
Yeah.
Well, it's not me. I'm over in the military checkpoint.
Yeah, what I thought.
I placed a big garbage bin there.
So
That
you
you
can
can
get rid of
clean.
anything, yeah. Yeah,
And
that's not going to go up anytime soon.
Anybody else want to play? I have plenty of shotgun shells for everybody.
Yeah, so Joe and I generally stick with melee weapons. Super always goes for a shotgun.
Oh yeah, I do the maximum damage that way.
as you didn't find a katana yet, how long is your living?
How long have I
Character.
been alive? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
21 days, 7 hours.
Okay.
And I have died 5 times.
It's a guess. I don't know that yet, but we can try to prove it. I say after 2 or 3 months, then the chance is better to find one.
Okay.
We will prove that.
Uh-huh.
We will see that.
And just letting you guys know, the ammo supply in the military checkpoint has refilled.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's something we can go and loot. We're just emptying out my truck of metal bits.
Well, you'll see if you guys want to work on clearing out the riffraff on the way here.
Okay.
Where is your sight window from?
Oh, I've put it in the...
No, don't place it on the floor, please. Don't place it on the.
Why?
Put it on the floor. Put it on the floor.
It's so hard. You see, it's hard to collect. You need a lot of time.
That's
that's
all right.
why.
We're protected. We've got a nice big perimeter round us.
Okay.
It's not like
Tea
we're
time.
in the middle
Tea
of...
time.
It's not like we're in the middle
Joe,
of
good to
middle of
have
a
you
fight
back.
and I'm just dumping stuff on the floor. Right, so yeah, it's in the garage. I was tidy, okay? I was tidy. It's in one of these. They're all sort of over here.
Joe, it's good to have you back.
It's
by the way,
absolutely ripping to have him back. Yeah. So all the windows, I usually put them on these shelving racks in the back here, in the corner.
Skalpell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frontfenster. Okay. Press B. Make side window.
Yep. Right, so what can I do? It's daytime. I need to go out and fight something, even though I'm mostly dead.
You're mostly dead.
Yeah, I fell off the building twice and received critical damage from my trouble. Right, so are we taking stuff, any of these metal pipes out?
At the big wall of crates.
Okay.
In the middle somewhere. You need
That's very
three.
vague.
You need
Especially
three
with-
windows for the Humvee. Not 1, 3.
Yeah.
Joe, you got to be
Yeah.
more specific which wall of crates you're talking about.
Yeah, because there's several walls
house.
of crates.
Left side of the normal house garage. Somewhere in the middle are the crates for the metal stuff.
Okay, so it's the crates on the side of the house, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, fine. That's what I
So
thought.
in this
rubble here.
So in this little skirmish, I've actually managed to loot 16 boxes of shotgun shells.
Yay!
Cool.
Okay, so
Yes.
to the guys on my chat, you know, it's a case of, you know, if you have any questions, don't forget, don't be shy. Ask questions. We'll always answer as best as we can if we're trying to or demonstrate a particular mechanic in the game, such as where do I find bandages, that kind of thing. Quite happy to do that. How do I sterilise them? Yada yada yada. Any questions? Don't forget to ask. And that one can go in there when I'm finished. Because I always try and demonstrate, always use my live sessions as like a training tutorial session if I can. It's not because I've got something in my backpack that I shouldn't have. Yes, I've got 3 metal bars in my backpack.
You guys are coming up to my car. You're going to be introduced to my Humvee.
Say hello to my Humvee. Doesn't quite have the same ring.
Well, fine then. Get squished.
I recognise that sound. That would be the dulcet sounds of Supertone's lad. If I remember rightly, it's Lucas, isn't it?
Yep, it's Lucas.
Yeah. Haven't heard that little voice for a while.
Yeah, usually he's sitting back in his room when I usually stream. All right. I love you too, buddy.
That's very kind of you,
Hello,
Super.
Lucas.
I think very highly of you too. I can't believe there's so many small metal sheets. The nice thing about small metal sheets, if you take 4 of them, you can turn them into a normal metal sheet.
All right, so I'm going to have a little fun over here at the military check, or just outside the military checkpoint. I am going to go on a shooting spree.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
want to
wait,
clear
it
out the
isn't.
refugee camp.
Well, I have to say this,
I want to
Joe.
bring them all to the party.
Oh, absolutely. No, you don't leave zombies out of parties. They get upset about that. Especially when there's a brain going on. You know, lots of brain aperitifs. So I think we've got plenty of metal pipes, metal sheets, metal bars. Because they're taking up at least 4 containers at the moment. Right, so this is what we've been working towards. If you take a look at the front of Joe's Humvee, again, this is another mod. We've got some additional vehicles in. He's got like
banging on that tent.
The large bull bar on the front. Whereas we'll take a look at mine. Is that mine?
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Whereas previously it only had a small bull bar. That one there on the floor, look. And so obviously it offers bigger protection, better protection. You can armour the Humvees, add armour to the doors and the windows and things like that.
It has officially slowed down on raining.
And it's not snowing anymore either.
No. All right.
Just asking Tom, and you did clean all the crates at the military checkpoint there. That there is nothing
I
in there.
emptied them out, if that's what
Okay,
you're
okay,
asking.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that tomorrow or on Tuesday I will go there to loot it again.
That'll leave more shotguns for me to play with.
Yep. Yeah, if you start shooting, it should be worth it, huh?
Yeah, quite. There's no point making a lot of noise, attracting a lot of zombies, if there's nothing but they're worth looting, right?
Yeah, but you said it's daytime. We need to kill. So we're killing.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
In fact, I do plan on doing some more killing on the way back to base.
Yeah, so I'm slowly getting better. I'm slowly repairing after my duplicate falls. Right.
Yes, if they're near the road, they are getting shot.
Okay.
That is the case.
I'm going to go up the road and check out, because if the military checkpoint's restocked, I should imagine the distillery may have done, and the garage up the road as well.
Hey, what do you guys think you're doing coming around my Humvee?
Then we still need side windows from heavy duty.
Okay, well, keep on. Are you coming, Joe, or?
No, I'm staying here.
Okay, alright, I'll go and check it out. See if we can find
Of course
any...
Joe's going to stay there.
It's not day, it's not dark night time. Come on. That's the first time I've seen Joe fight at night, ever.
No, that's not true. No. I did fight at night.
It's going to take out zombies.
Yeah, but the thing is Joe usually is Mr. Careful.
Yeah, of course. With double population,
he's even more careful. He's deeply paranoid. He's got his tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, he's got his tinfoil hat on. He's got the...
Okay, where did you go?
Me, I'm heading up towards the garage. Towards the distillery.
Okay.
There is a crowd. Not a nice crowd, but a crowd. I'm going to turn my engine off, see if I can pick a few of these off without attracting too many of them. So I've got Mr. Knife in the back there. And a couple more. Yeah, okay, they've started coming. That's a letter opener. No bread shetties. I particularly hate fighting in this direction, but what the heck. But at least I'm not fighting as all of them at once. And again, it's about pulling a few, killing a few. You know, I mean,
Anybody else want to come out of the trees?
if I had
I have
a
no
machete,
problem.
if I had a katana, it'd be a lot easier. But we haven't found one yet, so. No, the katanas are sort of like the primo weapon, and because we don't have the Michon's katana mod, which allows you to just make katanas out of metal sheets and a few other bits and bobs, it makes things a lot harder. Now, the other thing that's worth pointing out is that if you're using a sharp implement like a machete or a knife to attack zombies, it will actually damage the clothes. So if you're using a blunt weapon like a baseball bat, what that will do is that will keep the clothes intact, so you can get more out of them, or you can use them yourself, that kind of thing, really. But a baseball bat with spikes in it, i.e. nails, that kind of thing, that counts as a sharp weapon, so it will damage. There's a bread shetty. So you can see this zombie here that Joe's just taken care of. We'll just demonstrate that in a minute. Now this one just here with the black, it looks like it's got a massive knife sticking out of him. But if we check that, it's actually a bread knife. Very disappointing. You think, oh yeah, I found a machete, I found something really useful. No, it's a bread knife. And that's what we refer to as a... Yeah, it's always disappointing, so we refer to them as we think, yes, we found a machete. No, we found a bread knife, so we call them bread shetties. Actually, my truck could do with a refill of gas anyway, so... Because it's been to Rosewood and back. Right, so I believe it is the driver's side for this particular vehicle. Right, so now what you can see is we've got like a generator here, so if we turn the generator on, because it's connected to the pumps, we can then go here, and if I get the right side, which I obviously haven't, or it's not close enough. Alright, let's swap sides because I've actually just attracted some attention. Lots of attention. 3.
You've attracted attention?
Yeah! That's not usually my thing. Alright, so let's turn the van around.
That's usually my thing.
That's usually your thing, yeah. They're usually trying to kill you, not me. I tend to only die when I'm on my own. Right, so with a bit of luck this time, when I get out and press V, I've got the option to refuel from the gas pump. That's only because this generator is on and providing power to the pumps in order to pump fuel. And it's the same with the house. Once you've put one down and you've read the magazine how to use generators, you can then with a screwdriver connect it to your house or to the gas pumps or whatever. And the important thing to remember is once you're done is to turn it off, because again the generator uses fuel, so you can fuel it from the pump once you've turned it on, that kind of thing. But there we go. You do need electrical skills to maintain them, and electronic scraps, that kind of thing. Do we have much loot?
Not yet. Not anymore.
Alright, you've nicked it all, whilst I've been defending you. I've been defending your honour from zombies.
Yep. That's alright.
Right, we didn't exactly raid the distillery whilst we was up here. I only picked up a few bottles. But the distillery's always a good place to pick up, and this is where this van came from. Always a good place to pick up bourbon. Now, you can drink bourbon, but you can also use it to sterilise bandages or rags, so that you end up with, if you do end up getting scratched or hurt, if you clean it with like alcohol wipes and then put a sterilised bandage on it, you're far less likely to, get an infected wound.
And this is how you clear out an area Super Tone Man style.
With Molotov cocktails and a shotgun.
Well, the cocktails come if I really get desperate.
Yeah. Because, let's face it, from time to time when we've used Molotov cocktails, it hasn't always worked out for us. It's like that time we nearly lost the entire Louisville.
Well, I mean, we were having quite the fire sale.
Yeah, quite.
All right, it's starting to get late. Starting to get dark.
Ah, that's just another word for early, mate. Right, so you can see that this van came from this parking lot. And in fact, it was parked next to that one. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's see if we can loot some bourbon. So, in these, let's say, empty bottle, 2 bottles of bourbon, empty bottle, 2 bottles of bourbon. I'll try not to get over encumbered so much so that I can't run anymore. Because initially with the standard Shambler zombies, you can just outwalk them, but if you get overloaded, which is this symbol here, it's a very bad symbol actually, but it's a picture of a little man with a pack on his back, a really big pack. It means it slows you down, you get out of breath, and that's one of the chief causes of new players getting killed off quickly, because they don't understand that if they're carrying too much, they'll slowly lose breath, and that you don't really need to run either. You can just outpace zombies by walking. And provided you're not overloaded, you can just continue. If you've got a few snacks with you, you can eat them whilst you're moving. But I'm now very overloaded, so I'm going to go offload these into the back of my van. Because I now have 25 bottles of bourbon. I think that's enough.
No, we need more bourbon. I mean,
you're just an
we're having a
alcoholic.
party.
You're just an alcoholic. I'm
Well-
sorry, but I'm calling you out on that.
No, I'm American. We have parties. We want bourbon.
Only Jack Daniels is good enough. I'm sorry. If it's not Tennessee
Well-
whiskey, it's not good enough.
We are in Kentucky.
Oops.
I mean, I would like some Kentucky red turkey.
Ah, okay. I thought there was only one brand of Tennessee whiskey. I
We're
do
in
like
Kentucky,
Jack Daniels. I do like Jack Daniels myself, to be fair. So
This is not Tennessee, though, Ven.
No,
This is
no.
Kentucky.
yeah, yeah. So
We do Kentucky red turkey.
yeah. So if you're not aware, the Project Zomboid is mapped around Kentucky, so in America. And if you check in the link, the description for the video, you'll see that there's some useful. There's a map.project Zomboid, which shows you the entire gameplay map, which has expanded since Build 41 was introduced in preparation for Build 42. Although it did expand quite a while ago, and nothing's happened to it since then. You can see, and I've been through this on a few videos before, that there's a fort down sort of like the sort of south side of Louisville, and we've actually did a video and had a look around it. And there's some houses and there's some layouts further to the sort of like the west. So, you know, all that will be built out for Build 42. You'd like to think.
But yes, it is the east side of Louisville.
Right, I do
That
have an
they-
umbrella. I did see it.
Way out in the sticks, there's a fort. I have actually had a chance to check out that fort. And in all honesty, that stone fort that looks like it's not exactly a fort, it's actually a prison.
It does have that kind of vibe, doesn't it?
Well, just the
Yes, Joey
I'm
Joe.
going to base.
Okay.
It's getting dark. Joe wants to be Mr. Careful.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
It's funny. I'm the one who is repairing the car for Van, but I still have to collect the things for it. Yeah. Make me your peep.
Oh! Oh! That's too good to pass up. Although it's probably in... Oh, hello. Where'd they come from? They weren't there a second ago. I've just seen... Although it doesn't look... It's in a red... Yeah, maybe it's not so great after all. Might come back and take a look at that. But there's an ambulance up here, but it's been in... It's in an accident. So usually when that's the case, they're usually red and very badly damaged and not worth repairing, especially if we're going to try and use them for clearing out zombies, which means we're going to use it for burning, which means it's going to get damaged anyway. So, but the streets are quite clear around here because we've done a lot of killing around here, and if you check out last week's video, me and Super did a lot of, or was it the week before that? I don't remember. We cleaned out these streets.
Well, I know we cleaned out the horse track area, last week.
Yeah.
But yes, we have done a lot of killing in the last several.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The petrol station down by the Gigamart also has a generator on it as well, so we're not sure. So we've got 3 garages set up and running with generators that we can use for getting petrol from. I'm just going to dump that.
Hey,
there
Van?
for a second. Yep.
For when the next server wipe, now that Joe's back, we should take and do the build your base up challenge again.
No, really?
No.
Because last time we did that, Joe left.
Oh.
And Joe's the one who usually is the builder.
Yeah, he's the builder.
We would have thought it would have been right up his alley.
Absolutely, yeah. Joe will really enjoy this challenge, and then he left.
I mean, it wasn't that hard of a challenge, Joe.
I saw all the streams, be sure.
Yeah, that was fun. I actually quite enjoyed it. So one of the challenges we did is, because one of the things that we always do, we always start in Rosewood, because Rosewood's the easiest place to make a start anywhere. So I said, under this time on the server wipe, when we restart, you have to start in Riverside because we never go there. You have to build your own bases, and you can't move away unless you've got a built-up base with electricity or water, and that was the challenge. So I built a base in Riverside. I built a base in. Did I do one in Rosewood? I don't think I did. Did I? Yes, I did. I did one in the construction site. So I did one in the construction site in Rosewood, and then I did one where we normally build a base over in Muldrow, which is on the north side of town by the hotel restaurant, sort of like, and the stockpile area. So let me just
get only you took and put it in the middle of the in between.
Yeah, it was in the car park, wasn't it? Right, let's just open up the map. So as you can see, this is Riverside. So I actually built a base here and looted sort of like these towns, these houses here. There's also a good place to get books up here from the mail, the sort of like the US mail offices. They've always got loads and loads and loads and loads of books in. It's a really good place to get books if you can't get to a Book Naked or Enigma Books or a school or something like that. And so then I made all my way over to Rosewood, probably using this exact trail. And then in Rosewood, I built my base over here, which is the construction yard. That's the fire station and that's the police station. And it gives easy access to these houses. Book Naked's up here. It's in that bit, and then you've got the school just there. Good place for where you can find
where
books.
For me, I built in Riverside. I built my base over by the in the radio tower
in the
area.
radio station. Yeah, you did that the same as in Mulder as well, didn't you? So you've also
Yep.
got a Gigamart here, and then you've got the petrol station further up here. So it's all good. There's also a petrol station down there as well. So there's good opportunities to get guns, ammo, food, bits and pieces you need. So then from here over in Mulder, we've built a base here. That's on the very sort of like north side of town. This is like a full of bits and pieces. It's like a warehouse. It's really useful. So I built my base here in the car park, and then at Supertone's request, I actually built a base, a floating base. And this is the thing. It was supported by nothing, air, on the bridge. So on the south side here, you've got American Tires. You've got a gun shop just there. You've got a Gigamart just there. You've got your shops up there. Like there's Enigma Books. There's a hardware store. This is a good place if you're doing a solo play and you end up in West Point. This building here is usually quite useful because you've got like an upstairs and you've got like a food and stuff, clothing and hardware in the downstairs area, and you've got a petrol station literally just over the road, which is really useful. Then after building that base there, and this was the final part of that challenge, it was to actually build a base here in the middle of the park. So I built it over the.
For you it was.
Yeah, for me it was, because that's
yeah.
For me, I built mine in the horse track parking lot.
Yep. So because you can.
Why? Because
Sigh.
I could. Okay.
Yeah. So
I said sigh with an
oh,
S.
sigh. Not Y, right? Okay.
Are you done with your ancient stories there? Can you work on your cars now?
Yeah, so Joe's back. He's cracking the whip. I've missed you so much, Joe. My back hasn't,
Joe,
and all
I'm
the
just fishing right
lashings
now,
it's
okay? Joe, I'm fishing right now.
Yeah.
Give me.
That means he's
It's
slacking off.
nighttime. I'm fishing.
He's slacking
I'm
off.
fishing. Wasting the space of the popsicle freezer. Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear. Right, so yeah, that was a few sessions ago. Go check it out. It's worth having a look around the bases and how I built them as well, because they're all self-contained and reasonably well protected from the outside world. There were no actual doors into it. The one on the bridge and the one in Louisville Park Centre were floating bases. They were built. So first off, you build a stairs, build a floor, and then you build a few more floors. Put up a wall with a window in it. You throw a rope, create a rope ladder, attach it to the window. Then you destroy the stairs, and then you just use the rope ladder to get in and out. And then it's just floating, and you just continue building it. It was really cool. I did that a couple of times, and then you can still have a generator. You can still have flowing water, just like we have here in this base. You just build everything as an extra level up. It's really cool. So yeah, go check that out if you haven't seen it. I have 59
You want me to
bottles
ground
of
guide you
bourbon.
here? Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah,
beep.
you don't hear the reversing sounds. This vehicle is reversing.
Oh, the Humvee is done.
Yay!
Maybe better tire.
Yeah. I haven't seen any. We've seen so few Humvees in this playthrough that you can actually get in and drive. We've seen several carcasses kicking about. I mean, I found my one in West Point, and I found Supers in the warehouse area nearer the hospital. So, yeah, it's not been easy to find Hummers so far. And I haven't seen any on my travels here in Louisville. There weren't any at the military checkpoint. So it's a bit of a hit and miss. Well, I managed to pick up 57 bottles of bourbon. I'm that much of an alcoholic.
Party man.
Yeah, party man.
can
I
get
party
no
so
sleep.
hard and so long that I don't know what to do with myself half the time. Yeah. Yeah, quite right, Andrew. The
Joe's sitting over there like,
what?
why did I come back?
Yeah, why did I come back to these nutters? Yeah, so
Go
yeah,
to Project Zomboid, have some fun, they said.
yeah,
Making
absolutely.
some friends, they said.
It was all lies, mate. All lies. And you fell for it. Yeah.
It should be fun, they said.
Yeah. So, yes, Andrew, on the chat, you're quite right. The park is a... Louisville, when you're not on 2 times population, it is... the park's actually not a bad place to actually build a base, especially if you build a floating base like I did over the top of the water. Because the zombies can't get in, basically, ever. They don't climb rope ladders or anything like that. But yeah, if you like foraging, it's a really good place to build it. And if your zombies are, if you're playing a solo game and you do your own custom sandbox, like I've suggested earlier on, you can actually have the zombies as urban focused. Now I have in previous sessions over in Rosewood built base over here next to this lake. There's a farmhouse, and I've used the farmhouse as a base. And then you can just use, you can fish in the lake. Whether Build 42 allows you to do that or not is another thing entirely. But I used I think it was this one just here. You can just see poking out. Excuse me. It's just poking out, and I've used that as a base. And I've used that to just, with a car, just to go in and strike into Rosewood.
Okay, so basically where you said that if Build 42 allows you to fish in a lake?
Yeah. Because the fishing mechanic
you
changes.
Will be able to, yeah, but you also, it only takes away the fishing in, like, say, a swimming pool.
Yeah, but the mechanic also changes in that you can't just go and fish in a lake. You have to go and check the lake out and find the splashing water.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't catch anything.
There is an active area in the water where you can catch fish. Yep.
Yeah, that's the change in the mechanics. So if you go to that river, that lake, and there's no splashing water there's no fish for you to catch. At least that's the way I understand the new mechanic, and that's how they've showcased it, and that's what they've said. So I have to take them at the word. So in the meantime, let's eat something, because again, my character's hungry.
Since Joe wants me to work on my car, my Humvee, I'll work on my Humvee.
Yeah, you've been told.
I mean, even though I might just take and borrow his Humvee and
take your Humvee to that place.
What place is that?
Yeah, where you are standing.
Take you down to Paradise City?
Well, the grass is green and the
girls
are pretty. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, or is it the grass is green and the zombies are pretty? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's
Excuse me, Joe. I was trying to do work here.
You were trying to do work here.
And I was trying to help you.
There, I put it. I like to do my work in the garage, though.
I turned my lights off, and they're clearly still on. Yay.
That place is like a Formula One boxen pit stop.
You just drive in, and like a swarm of people just come in and repair your vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think this is? Twisted metal or what? Right. So Joe's been working hard on my Hummer. As you can see, the doors are now armoured, as well as the windows. So if we check out the mechanics of the car, the bits that were missing, apart from the spare tyre, so you've got the windshield armour, you've got the windows are now repaired, or at least it has some, but it's now got armour on the doors. And again, this is all part of the mod for adding the Humvee in, and you've seen that perhaps like other bigger vehicles that as we've been driving around, like big water tankers. We've had, like I say, we've added a few modded vehicles in, and we particularly like the Humvee from previous playthroughs, so we've kept that. Super's particularly fond of these sort of things because he used to drive them as part of his former life.
Yes.
Right.
Old
okay.
man.
So, what other quick hints?
Sweetheart.
Should I be worried about you,
Excuse
Joe?
me?
Yeah, Joe.
You
I'm
know, now
worried.
it's something coming. Did you notice that I have 2 green big garbage bins on my rooftop?
What?
These are meant for one for the gun shop in West Point, and one for whatever.
Oh, the wheelie bins.
Yeah.
The 2 wheelie bins.
So
Okay.
I need someone to do the travel to that gun store in West Point.
Okay. All right.
Are you saying you want me to go play in West Point?
Sounds
Yeah.
like it.
Well,
I think
wait,
you've
if
just
you
been
want-
volunteered.
If you want to go noisy with your bitch Alberta, go to the police station and shoot there, that you pull the zombies away from the gun store.
Okay, I'm just going to put those guys on mute for a second, whilst I talk to you guys on chat. So let's see if we can find a light switch around here because I can't see anything. Because we've got power. Is that a light switch? Oh, it's probably inside. Anyway, okay, doesn't matter. Because we've got power and we've got the we've got a few mods on. What I've done is I've built typically the phone's ringing. So we've built 3 bookcases, and the way I split these out is I split them into things that are food related, things that are non-food related, and magazines. And you can also put videos in with the magazines. So we've got cooking, and this is where the book collector mod comes in. So it arranges them in volume 1 for dummies, 2 immediate, 3 advanced, expert, and master. And you get 5 books per skill. And so these are all the food related ones, so cooking, farming, fishing, foraging, trapping. And then in the next one we've got the mechanics, the metalwork, first aid, electricity, carpentry, and tailoring. You can see I'm actually missing volume 4 of tailoring. And then in the end, the very end one, we've got the magazines. So these are all the sort of like, these magazines will teach you recipes and things for you so that you can build them, how to use generators so you can wire in generators, maintenance for the different types of vehicles in here. Oh look, there's tailoring 4. Tailoring 4's ended up in completely the wrong place. So hunting magazines, and then you get these VHS tapes, so Exposure, Survival, The Cook Show, Woodcraft. There's a couple of others that you can collect, and then you can actually get experience, because like when you start off in the game, if you find a television and when you've still got electricity, for the first week it will play you shows like the Woodcraft Show, Exposure, Survival, The Cook Show, that kind of thing, and that will immediately start giving you passive experience, and it will build up the experience. And it's the same with the VHS tapes. So you can take a tape here, and we've got a TV over here. The TV, if you actually check the device options, has the option to put in a VHS tape. So I can put the tape in there, I can turn it on, and I can play it, and then it will play the tape, and then it says, hey, yes, it alleviates your boredom. It's not consumable. You take it back out, you can put it back in the cupboard, and you also get passive experience from this. So I don't think I'll get anything from this because my carpentry is pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll actually stop that and turn it off. But it's the same as watching those TV channels, and those TV channels, they only play for the first week, and they're on at 6, 12 and 6. So but it's worth picking up the the videotapes from the high vid stores. There's a few of them around, and that's not the right cabinet. That one, carpentry and tailoring, volume 4. Okay? So I've got a complete collection there. So using the book collector, the book learner, you don't need to actually sort of like build things to get the experience from them. You just read the books. And with the VHS tapes, they're standard. They're actually, the VHS tapes are vanilla. You just have to find a TV that you can put them in, and quite a few do just sitting around. You need electricity, and you'll get the passive experience from watching those. Right, back to Super and Joe.
Cruising down East Street, and he is looking to the husband. You are not supposed to marry the hooker.
What?
Yeah.
What have I just walked into?
Nothing.
Joe taking in mentioning a comedian.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just I just walked into, you're not supposed to be marrying the hooker. And it's like, what? Already caught the wrong end of that conversation. Yeah, that I think that's a short for the YouTube channel. I haven't actually managed to do any recently. Been pretty busy. It's like last week when I walked up the stairs in the Gigamart, and that was because like if you watch this, when you go up the stairs, you can't actually see what's at the top of the stairs. So I went up to the top of the stairs, and at the top of the stairs there was a zombie already going for me. Because I was running. That was the only reason he didn't get me. So I want to turn that into a short as well and put it on my YouTube channel. I haven't had a chance this weekend because I was actually working yesterday, and today I've been out with the family, and now I'm doing my live stream, and it's like, so hopefully this week I'll get a chance. But yeah, quite right, Andrew. Lol that chat. It's like, what? What have I just walked into? Yeah, because I muted myself so I could talk to my stream, and then as I come back into that.
All right, do we have a better front window here? I think we do in the garage. Let me go look.
Yeah, that's assuming Joe hasn't used it for my Humvee.
I'm not sure. Is there still?
It's stuck back in on the shelving.
Yeah, I usually put all those sorts of things in the shelving rack at the back of the garages, sort of like on the top left-hand side. But it's usually on the right-hand side of the racking, but it's the room on the top back left-hand side. To be precise about these things. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other bits and pieces that apart from the book collection, book learner, Joe's missing his mini bars. They usually turn up up here, and they show you how many calories you've got, and Joe finds them really useful. I find them really annoying, but I'll put them on for Joe.
I don't ever really. I close them out anyway.
Yeah,
so
same. Joe's the only one that really uses them. He finds them really useful, and that's fine. So I'm quite happy to have it on for the next playthrough. But we do a lot of food, picking up things like pans and things like that, baking trays. You can create pickled goods as well if you find jars and
Joker.
Lids. So we've got plenty of meat that we've been trapping here. So we've found birds from stick traps. We've rodent meat from mouse traps and things like that, which you'll find placed on the floor. Best thing for the rodent traps is chocolate. For small birds, when you're doing the farming things, you put worms in the stick traps. That's really useful. That works a lot. And then if you use the other traps, the cage traps or the box traps, to trap rabbits, you need to grow some carrots or find some fresh carrots to put it in. And those seems to work best. So let's go check out some of our traps. Where are our mouse traps, Joe? Because they were over here in
they
this
are
corner.
gone.
Oh, you took my mouse traps, how dare you?
Yeah.
See,
Crucifies
he
me.
comes back and he's already ruining our setup.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
right. So these are the stick traps here. So
Stoning.
So if you dig up the ground with a trowel or anything, you get worms. Or if you've got a composter that you're putting rotten food in, so it's like one of these over here. So we've got lots of food in there. Sometimes you get worms turn up in here as well for food that's gone rotten. Or like say if you dig up rows like this, you'll get worms from that. And you put those as bait in the stick trap. So we actually got any worms. I did put some in here. Alright, so we've got a couple of worms. So we'll take a worm or two. Take 2 worms. Do maggots work as worms, or are they just fishing bait?
They do work, but
Better is
I
with
believe
carrots.
you. Well, I'm talking for bird traps.
Bird traps, yeah. Stick traps. So it gives you, once you've got something that you can put in it, like the worms, you can add worm bait. Seeds work as well for birds, obviously. So sunflower seeds can be used, or other bits and pieces. So that's that. What will happen is when a bird actually gets caught in those, it will look like it's collapsed, and then you get the option to check the trap, and then with a knife of some description, like a hunting knife, a bread knife, a kitchen knife, it gives you the option to butcher the bird and turn it into usable meat. The same for these box traps over here, or these cage traps that Joe's made. If you put carrots in them, these are the box traps, those are the cage traps. If you put carrots in them, when you come to them to check them, the box will have fallen on the floor, and you know there's something in it. Or sometimes the rabbit will destroy the box, and it will just be a pile of wooden scrap. So again, this is all based on trapping skills, which you can build up along with all the other skills. So you've got carpentry, cooking, farming, first aid, electrical, metalwork, mechanics, tailoring, and then you've got survival skills, which are fishing, trapping, foraging, and then you've got all your combat stuff and your agility stuff and your passive bits and bobs. Right, so foraging. I demonstrated this last week. So first off, I'm wearing a helmet and it's quite dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my helmet off. I'm going to unequip it, because that actually has a detrimental effect to your ability to find anything. It's a clothing detriment. And with the magnifying glass, you can actually change your focus to firewood, stones, or just have no focus. But the eye tells you how well you're going to find something. So there's a weather effect because it's quite foggy, and a darkness effect because it's not quite daylight yet. You can, when you enter search mode, right, so what happens when you find something, you get the eye above your head, and you can say, so, hey, look, I found some sticks, which were lying there anyway. And then you get the option to pick them up, put them in a container, or just not worry about them. Now, if you crouch, that gives you a bonus. So it says crouching bonus of +10. And you see, I found some more sticks, because they were just laying around on the floor. But normally, if you go for, if you actually put your mouse over here, it actually says that food is common, animals are common, firewood is common. And the only reason firewood's common is because Joe's been cutting down all the trees. But you can see the weather's now having a much greater effect on us. It's like 9. Now, if you use the aiming, you'll see if I can get the thing. It actually has a +33 bonus. So depending on how you go about foraging, depends on what you find. But if you find berries and mushrooms and stones and firewood, crickets and cockroaches and things that you can use for fishing, things like that, it's a very useful thing to do. So we'll disable that, and I can put my helmet back on. I have demonstrated that time and time again. This was brought in as part of build 41. So right, okay, so it's coming up to 10 to 3. So I'm going to call it quits in about 10 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll actually do a bit of reading. A little bit of light reading. I need to build up
I am
my
going to
model.
walk down to the horse track because I want to get a better windshield.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to learn. Actually going to do some trapping. So if I find the food-related stuff, so here. So I haven't got any trapping skills. So what I'll do is I can sit here and read.
You need side window. Tollman?
Yes, Joe, that was what I'm going down to the horse track for.
Yeah, you said windshield.
They're all
Well,
windshields
okay.
in America. The side windows are windshields. The windshields are windshields. The rear windows are windshields. They're all windshields. There's no difference over there. Sorry.
Okay.
Right, so okay, so I'm reading the trapping book, and this is part of the book learner mod that we've got on. If you can see this, if I just move this over slightly, over here, you can actually see that there's a grey bar building up here, and this is my experience and my character's experience in trapping. And I'm getting this experience because I'm reading the book. In the vanilla, what you do is once you've finished reading the book, is you get these XP multipliers on the side here, which is what these arrows are about. And then when you're actually doing the action, it starts building up the skill and the skill level. Can't be bothered with that in multiplayer, so because it just takes too damn long. So that's where book learner comes in. You get the experience from actually reading the book, and that's what that's about. And so, as you can see, it's quickly building up. One book does almost, so you say the farming book only did a little bit. I've got to do one little bit of farming, and then it'll push me up to the next level. Then I can read the next book. But with trapping, you'll see that it's getting much bigger. So it's not almost there. So 60 out of 75 experience. Now, the only problem that we've come across with this particular mod is that when you're reading level books 3 and 4, you get kicked out of the game a lot. I don't think it happens on solo player, only on multiplayer, and it's definitely a multiplayer bug.
Yeah. But it's still much faster than the regular way.
Yeah, and there we go. I've leveled up trapping 1 level. So
see, and the person who introduced you guys to that mod,
it could be American, uses a shotgun a lot.
Exactly.
Would his name be Supertone by any chance?
Well, I mean, yes, I believe that's who it was who recommended that mod.
It was a very good recommendation. Thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate it. And we've used it ever since in all of our playthroughs. I don't see the point in, because like once you've done all of that leveling up and all the rest of it, it's just like, don't want to do all that again if you die.
You need around a year to get level 10 in almost all of the skills in game.
And to be fair, it's very boring to do. So
yeah,
having done it once, I don't want to do it again. Hence, I'm always using this mod from now on. I think it's only fair. I've suffered at the hands of the vanilla way of doing it. So, okay, so my character's actually hungry, very hungry, so I can swap that back over there. So it says, I can eat a horse right now. So let's eat some canned goods. So cereal's really good for this sort of thing. If you can find a box of cereal, it'll take you from almost dead to absolutely stuffed. But I'm going to open some corned beef and perhaps eat this kind of pineapple as well. See how well the corned beef does me.
Alright, now I need a scalpel. Where is the scalpel, Joe?
Toolbox in the great wall of crates. I guess.
Which wall of crates?
Yeah.
Beside the garage from the house.
When you say the wall of crates, do you mean the shelving?
Left side of the house.
Oh, left side of the house.
Humvee.
Right, okay.
Where your Humvee is.
Right, okay, fine. Just good.
So you're saying a toolbox?
No, and there is one crate with the tools, the torches.
And the scalpel's in there, right? Okay.
That is here number 3 from the left. Row number
Yeah.
3 from the left.
And this is why we've missed Joe so much, because Super and I are just not this organised. Joe puts us to shame.
I posted in Discord a short video from YouTube where an English guy is explaining the German garbage rules. We are separating the things in paper, in plastic, in for the composter. And that is an explaining why I'm used to the bit. It's a joke.
Yeah.
So you found it? Yep, you found it.
No, I didn't find it.
Here.
He didn't find it, he just got bored and walked off.
But he found it. Yeah, I know how many we have.
42?
That's the meaning of life.
3. We have 2 here and 1 in the garage.
Are you sure?
Those scalpels
we
came
could be-
all the way from Rosewood.
The zombies could have come. The zombies could have come overnight and took it.
Yeah, not the scalpels. Nope. The funny
Are
thing
you
is,
sure?
yeah. The funny thing is, I found the Humvee at West Point, and of course with broken glasses. Yeah, I found a lot of windshields and side windows, but no scalpel.
And someone
the
might have
first-
stolen them all and
Yeah,
brought them to
The
Louisville.
first scalpel was here in the base. And then it was, I can make new windows, yes.
Yeah, because you need a scalpel to cut the glass to make the windshields, is what Joe's saying.
Yep.
Okay, so hopefully, with a bit of luck, this book will complete my level 2. If not, I'll have to go and do a bit of trapping in order to level up to level 2. Then I can read the next level of trapping books. But one of the things I always try and do is when we first get to a base, apart from getting food, is get the skill books in. Because usually I die and doing such frivolous things as like gathering food and stuff like that. So you know it's going to stop just short of 150. It's going to be 140. Yes, it has. You swines. 149.79 XP out of 150. It's not perfect.
You need some points.
Yeah.
Then you have. Yeah. The mouse traps, if you want to use them, are here at the main entrance
Okay.
from the house. Here in the first crate, on the bottom.
Yeah, I'll see. I don't know whether putting them out actually just gives me points. I'll put them over here by the fence, so they're out of the way. And so now I've got them. I've got the option to place a trap. And I'm just going to put them down there. And chocolate's the best thing. Does it give me any skill for this? No, it doesn't.
No, you have to catch something.
No, okay. In that case, I shall go get some chocolate from the use in one of the many crates. So grab a chocolate.
Yeah.
What are you doing there, Joe? I mean, I'm trying to work on my car, and here you
Yeah.
are opening my hood and doing different things to it.
Espionage.
I'm trying to trap your
I
hands
know.
Why?
I'm gonna. He's trying to put sugar in my gas tank.
No, that's your gas tank needs a repair, and for that we have to empty it, but we have no empty gas cans or something.
Yeah, we tend to keep them filled up, to be fair. Right, so that's
I'm still saying you're trying to put sugar in my gas tank while you're doing that.
right, so at some point we'll come back and
I'm
they'll
doing it the European way. We
Understand.
help each other. We are caring each other. Not hating, not fighting each other. Nope.
Right, so, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's all true. I mean,
It is.
You boys. Right, okay, so at some point when those traps spring and I collect the whatever it is that I catch, whether it's a mouse or a bird or a rabbit or whatever, once I've actually caught something, that will level up my trapping skill and then I'll be able to read the next book. But it's 3 o'clock, so I'm going to call it quits there for today. That's a couple of hours of gameplay and explanations and everything. Thank you very much for everybody who has joined us on the chat today. Thank you very much to Andrew, to Chubby Mule, to Trojan, and I think that's everybody. So just the three of you. Thank you very much. If you do enjoy these streams and you then hit like and subscribe to the channel, join us on Discord. You know, get involved. You can get on the server. Just check out the pinned comment on the Project Zomboid channel in our Discord, and then you can play on the server if you want to. And if you check out my other videos from previous, where I do detail these sorts of things regularly, so by all means check those out. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you very much for joining us. It's goodbye from Joe.
Bye bye.
It's goodbye from Super.
So long till next week on Vince server.
Yep, and Super's going to continue. If you want to go find him on Twitch, which is where you're currently on, and join his stream and check out because he'll probably swap over to his solo channel, a challenge. And I'll have a good week, and I will catch you again next week. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next week for another live session of Project Zomboid with me, Ian, otherwise known as Fen, on the Gadgetz channel.